Welcome to another edition of our More Than Market series. My name is June Zimmer, Vice President of ESG Advisory at NEI Investments. We recently published our quarterly active ownership report for Q2 2022. This report highlights the engagement work of our ESG team in a variety of areas. As part of our commitment to transparency, these reports are available publicly every quarter, showcasing the companies we are working with from an ESG perspective and the progress being made. This quarter was peak proxy voting season for us. Through these months, we led 81% of our engagements. Leads are responsible for setting the agenda, strategizing on the direction of the engagement, and chairing and organizing the investors group's correspondence and meetings with a company. A large proportion of our engagements were linked to governance matters, which had been flagged as a result of past AGMs. We reached out to the companies where we hold a minimum of 1% of their stock to explain our voting decisions and share our perspective on good governance practices. Today, I'm going to share a few specific engagement highlights as published in this report. The first engagement highlight from this quarter is with France-based company Ubisoft. This company has been confronted with allegations of harassment and discrimination facing the video game industry. Real change to workplace culture takes time and commitment, and Ubisoft is starting down this path. We were encouraged to hear the company has hired new executives, including a chief people officer, a vice president of diversity and inclusion, and they are building out a DE&I program globally with new hires. Important to note as well, they are exploring linking CEO compensation to DE&I metrics. We recommended Ubisoft take a longer-term view of their activities and disclosures and to strive for increased transparency in their reporting on progress towards these goals. In terms of next steps, we have sent a follow-up email reinforcing areas for improvement that we would like to review with them, to which they have positively responded. This quarter, we also met with Magna International on a variety of topics, in particular on the topic of executive compensation. Their rationale for what we deem to be excessive CEO pay is based on competition for global talent. They were responsive and engaged and sought a better understanding of our position on ideas such as vertical pay metrics. On diversity, equity, inclusion, they emphasize the work they are doing to build a pipeline of diverse talent all the way back to the high school level. We encourage them to increase their transparency in this reporting, as it's currently very difficult for investors to assess DE&I progress. One final example of an engagement from this quarter comes from our work with GFL Environmental on the topic of improvements to sustainability disclosures and encouraging the waste management company to consider setting science-based targets on the path to net zero. GFL Environmental continues to show improvement in its sustainability efforts since we last met last year. We had talked to them previously about setting climate-related targets, and they have confirmed that they will be following guidance provided by the Task Force on Climate-Related Financial Disclosures when they release their upcoming sustainability report this year. This will also include the disclosure of emission reduction targets as well. We'd also discussed the topic of circularity with the company, and we're happy to learn that they have since joined the Canada Plastics Pact. At NEI, our goal is to engage companies representing at least 30% of our equity assets under management by the end of the year. As of June 30th of this year, we are at 105% of target with our engagement work. Our engagement work continues to focus on the areas of net zero alignment, human rights, inequality, and biodiversity. A full list of all the companies we have engaged with this quarter and this year is available as mentioned on our website, so please be sure to check it out. With that said, I want to thank you for tuning in again today, and be sure to watch for the next edition of our More Than Market series coming soon. As always, reach out to your NEI representative with any questions.